Hello and welcome. My name is Piotr Krzyzek, and this is a quick tutorial on how to use the Google Analytics for WordPress plugin and how to connect it to your Google Analytics account. I made this tutorial because there were a few questions on how to connect it to what's a Google Analytics profile and how to set the whole thing up. So let's get started. First thing you really got to do is have a WordPress website, obviously. After that, you have to install the Google Analytics for WordPress plugin. That's pretty simple. I'm working here on my main website, so I already have it installed. But if you need to install it, all you have to do is install the plugin, search for it, and it's going to be the first result. That's pretty easy. It's by this guy here. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try. Just click install and install it. It's going to take you through the whole setup process, and that's pretty easy. Once it's installed, you'll see a screen a little bit similar to this. Now, don't worry that my WordPress install here looks funny and different and all that stuff. That's because I have an administration plugin that makes it look different. More or less, you'll see a screen like this. Yours might say, hey, you need to first log in through a Google account in order to see anything here. Or if you've already done that, you'll say, hey, you need to select a profile. Well, what is a profile? Simply, Google Analytics has this new thing called Universal Analytics. This allows it to collect lots of different data and gives you a lot of data back that you're able to see, who's working on what, how it all works, and in general, it lets you target a lot more specifically and get a lot of reports back. But in order for this to work, you need to connect a profile. The profile is a sub-account, more or less, inside your Google Analytics account that tracks one specific website or a set of properties on a website. Now, don't worry about it. It can get very complicated. For the most simplest setup, which is what I've done, something like here, I have a profile just for piotrkrzyzek.com and a profile for each and every one of my different web properties. It can get complicated, like I said, but I've kept it very simple, and I think you should too. Now, to connect this to your Google Analytics account, you will need a Google or at least a Gmail account. If you don't want a Gmail account, you'll still need to get one or at least create an account. First, you're going to have to go to google.com/analytics. If you don't have an account, you can create one in the top right-hand corner. Or if you already have a Gmail account, all you have to do is click sign in. Now, if you click sign in and you've never linked a Google Analytics account to your main Gmail or Google account, that's okay. It'll take you through all the processes and the steps there. In my case, I'm just going to click sign in. With my main account, and here we go. As you can see, I already have all this stuff going for this one specific account. And right down here is my piotrkrzyzek.com website. As you can see, I have one folder for one website. That's simple. In your case, since you're trying to link a brand new property and create a brand new profile, you have to go up here in the top right-hand corner where it says admin. You click on that, and it's going to take you to a screen sort of like this. Down here, under Accounts, you have a little column and a search bar. What you have to do is click on this little arrow thing, and then click on Create New Account. Here, you're able to create a brand new profile, and that's what we need. So, you want to click Universal Analytics. Why? It allows you to track more things, really. Scroll on here, you have to add the name, the website name, URL, category, time zone. Do you want to share this stuff? This is for you to go through. Then you click Create Tracking ID. So I'm going to create super quick test one. So let's type in super quick test one. Super quick test. Let's see, example.com. And the industry, select your industry. I'm just going to very quick stuff I'm going to create there. And central time, because I'm in the central time zone, we can show information, and we click Create Tracking ID. It's going to take you through this big, scary, long terms of service thing. Don't worry about it. You can click Accept. If you want to read through it, go ahead and click Accept, and that has already created the profile. Now you'll get something complicated like this and all this code. Don't worry about that, because once we go back here, what we have to do is, if you have something like this, you have to click Reauthenticate with Google. I'm going to say, hey, I want access to this thing. And then we click allow access. And like magic, we're going to have it over here. As you see here, though, this part gets a little bit complicated with more and more websites. That's all right, because all you have to do is match this number to this number here. So in that case, that would be this one. If you want to change the name, that's all right. You have to go back to the Google Analytics thing here. So we select super quick test one. Okay, click site properties. Change the names here and all that stuff. Sometimes it doesn't pick up the name over here, and that's all right. Don't worry about it. The name here is not important. What's important is this number here. So you click that, and then you scroll down to here, click Update Google Analytics Settings. It'll save these settings, and it'll start tracking through that specific profile, and then you'll be able to go in here. Let me select my website. So you can go in here, back in here, and then click on your website after a few days after it has some information, and you'll finally be able to see, what's actually going on. But it's going to take some time to populate this data. In my case here, I'm going to select this back to my website, and I'm going to click Save just so I don't mess any of my settings up. But that's how you do it. You have to create a brand new profile in the admin section here. Then you have to re-authenticate or authenticate for the first time in Google Analytics and select the correct profile. And that's it. This is Piotr Krzyzek wishing you well. Cheers.